Hello, hello, hello. Let me make sure I'm not still muted. Nope, I'm good. Alright, we are once again just kind of heading south. Nobody's here yet, but I think I should clarify that I found the memory leak. It was actually base game. Apparently, the issue is that if you quit out of a world and then load a new one, like it somehow keeps both worlds loaded or something stupid. I don't know how that works, but apparently the fix was as easy as completely closing the game, reopening it, and then loading a save or making a new one. That being said, I'm probably just gonna screw around a little bit. Hello, Scrimlow. Let's go ahead and... Oops. There we go. Full sail. How are you doing, buddy? If we're lucky, we'll hit land sooner than later. Already, that's looking pretty promising, but I don't want to get my hopes up. What I want are large islands. What I keep getting are just huge megacontinents that, like, have a massive inland sea. Which is not what I want. Oh yes, also, I am not a Rust Mage anymore. I mean, I'm obviously still a Rust Mage, but I'm now Storyteller WMD, the Farmer. Which is honestly how I was playing the game anyway. Where are we going? Well, really, I'm just going back south. Sailing. I wish there was a zoom button. There's a mod that adds it. Kind of like what I've got in Minecraft, but I don't have that mod. Oh, that's weird. Are you excited for Voices of the Void 0.9 Scrimblow? I've not watched the trailer yet, but I'm told it's interesting. Now I'm excited. I plan on starting over, since there's a bunch of stuff I just kind of missed. Like on day 8 or 10, the Raro picnic event. I know about it, but I missed it completely. And then on day 12, where the Raro ship shows itself, like, over the base, I've missed that both times I've gone back to look at it. So hopefully I don't miss it this time. Very complex and very hard to learn. 0.9. That's not very promising considering I'm stupid. Alright, this island is perhaps a little bit smaller than what I would like. There we go, this is much better. Let's even got a lake. I should probably do some foraging for some basic food. Who knows when I'll find land again. Let's go and hop out here. I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm like weirdly tired. Alright, goodbye Scrimlow. Thanks for stopping in to say hello. Hopefully somebody else shows up to keep me company soon. But I grow lonely easily. Like a dog with abandonment issues. Perhaps not that bad. Ooh, earthworm already. Don't mind if I dizzity-do. We'll get some surface copper. The odds of me coming back this way are pretty low. But mark it. You know, we'll pick up the chunks. Actually, what am I talking about? I could totally just mine that now. Granite. Flint. Oh, I hear both on. I don't have a weapon yet, Bowthorn. Leave me the fuck alone. I probably should have given myself some kind of grace period. Ooh, red clay. It's not a bad find. Collect all the seeds I can get. Ooh, blackcurrant. Yoink. I don't have a bed, nor do I have a knife. I have enough flint to make a knife. But I'm so lazy. It's already getting dark. On account of, wait a minute, I don't even want these. Pick this up and drop it. That's a good amount of berries. I guess the farmer traits also work on those. I need to stop wasting berries. I should go collect that copper. I don't have a hammer yet. But I will have one eventually. I should also perhaps grab my lantern off of my boat. Whoop. It's not there for me to cheese the game. However, I would like to be able to see. Not to mention, my 0 viewers would also have a better viewing experience if they could see. So honestly, I'm being selfish, not using my lantern. Yoink. Alright. Where was the copper? It was like here. Yoink. Oh damn. That used like all of my mana. Not that I'm surprised. Alright. Hell yeah, copper. Hello, pocket. It's only medium. Just gonna dig around a tiny bit for more copper. Surely that's not the only piece. There we go. How you doing, Pocket? Hopefully you are doing great. So I figured out where the memory leak was. It's actually not even any of my mods. Vintage Story 1.21.5 currently has a memory leak built in. And so basically, like, if you quit out and then load a new save, like it tries to load both saves at the same time or something, which is how it ended up using like 29 gigs of RAM, which it does not need. But it was pretty easy to fix. Apparently, all you gotta do is fully close down the game and then load a save. Which I didn't think to try, because I figured it was one of my mods causing the issues. But in my defense, usually when something's going wrong, it's something I did. So we could not have known it would be that easy to fix. Also, I'm no longer a Rust Mage. I'm now Storyteller WMD, the farmer. Plus 30% extra produce when harvesting planted crops. It's not bad. I am also technically no longer a Rust Mage. Anybody paying attention can see that that's blatantly untrue. But also, we're going to have to remake our worlds when we get another game update, so I'm mostly just screwing around. I mean, I'm always kind of just screwing around. But more so, I'm just screwing around. I do think now would be a good time to try to figure out how to make and use a bow. Because if you look at my traits, oh, there's a Bowthorn in the area. Run for it. Raccoon. Ooh, more native copper. Let's go down there. If you look at my traits, I've got multiple bonuses to ranged accuracy and damage and stuff. But the problem is that I'm too lazy to make and use arrows. So it could be more ideal. Yes, yes, more copper. Of course, I don't have the resources to make a hammer yet. Consider that on the to-do list. Whoop. Alright. Both ones drop bone arrows, but I would need a ranged weapon to kill them. Since as an Avali, I still have a reduced melee damage. Also, I'm pretty sure farmers, for some reason, have reduced melee damage, which is weird. You'd think using farm tools all the time would make it to where you can hit harder with a sword. Even if you don't have any experience using a sword, you should have pretty strong arms. But what do I know? I know like 4 things, and 2 of those are Casablanca quotes. No, it's just horsetail looking really odd. Ew. A large piece of driftwood. Don't mind if I do. Can I do something with this? Apparently, just make firewood. But nah, what is this? Aldi's Classes, I think is the name of the mod. Aldi's Nuts. Ooh. Bearded tooth? Could you imagine if your teeth had beards? That'd be really annoying. I do hear a lot of complaints that all these classes are overpowered, and you know what? I'm not going to argue with that. But I think what's more important is that we have fun. Yoink. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Blueberries do mean I'm in bear territory. Or bearatory, if you would. And if you wouldn't, why not? Bearatory is fun to say. Well, that is a crimson maple tree. Lobster, strange chicken. See, this island is actually pretty tiny, but it's more what I'm talking about when I'm saying I just want large islands instead of effectively massive continents that like landlock you. Oh, I hear a dog. We'll be fine. Dogs love me. It would be hard to know what mods to have on a server. If we ever got a proper server of this game going. Which I would like to do. We could have more Avali. Oh, I don't think I'm going to find anything in the desert. 1 second. Alright, let's go. More flint. I'm not going to lie, I'm excited to just be able to get crop seeds again. It's one of the reasons we're heading south. So I can get more peanuts. Without needing to cheat for my peanuts. That being said, I probably should have given myself like a bedroll or something. Would be easier to find crops and stuff if I could sleep through the night. Show me to all the berry bushes, raccoon. Who knows? Perhaps I can find some surface tin. Perhaps they'll only go in that cave. I'm gotta get a good, honest life going here in Vintage Story. Yank. Ignore all of my possessions. Alright. I do not doubt that this island still has a bunch of cool stuff to find, but on account of it being nighttime, I'm not finding any of it. Finding a lot of flax. Or not flax. I will need that as well. Finding a lot of flint, which I believe can be used to make arrowheads. Since monsters are hostile again, perhaps I can make myself like a crude bow. And maybe a bunch of crude arrows. Just to have some form of self-defense. Kinda want to find more blueberries. Blueberries can only be found in forests. And how many forests am I going to find when the world is mostly ocean? I also kind of want the mushrooms, but I definitely do not have the resources yet to start cultivating those. I'm going to focus significantly less on Rustbound magic, which isn't doing me any favors. And we're going to focus quite a bit more on farming and the other stuff I enjoy. Oop, more flint. Going to make and break 500 flint hose. Oh, more carrot seeds. And perhaps getting a seed from basically every crop I've broken so far is a tiny bit overpowered. Could you imagine if I had that kind of luck with peanuts? Hopefully I do. Nope. I do feel like what is what I'm looking for here? I'm significantly more likely to come across the stone types I don't like. Like, I do not like peridotite or chert. And guess what's everywhere? That's strange. That guy should have seen me. Perhaps it did. Yoink. Okay, that more turnips, I guess. Oh, and a potato. We're going to have so many crops. I don't know how I didn't see these. Some corn. Oh, that's the first crop I've broken and did not get a seed. Three now. Specifically a modded crop, so it's hard to tell. Although surely mods just kind of follow existing rules. Alright, let's keep heading south. It would be cool to play this game with other people, just so that I'm not all by myself. I'm something of an extrovert. Oh, nope, just granite. Hop in the boat. Get in the fucking boat. Stop eating the worms. Alright, so this one on the left will be for my seeds. I said will be for my seeds. And put them in there, please. I don't know why shift clicking does not want to move stuff to chest inventories. Alright. We continue south. What kind of mods do you think would be fun on a vintage story server? If you are still here, Pocket. Obviously, expanded foods and a culinary artillery are a must. I think alchemy could be fun. You like making wine? Well, that's a vanilla feature. Although there is a mod that adds grapes. You like the ton? Ooh. That island shall be my new home. But fuck the ton's ingredients. What is it? What do you need to make a ton? We must be looking at different tons. Because this one here only requires 16 sticks. It does require nails and strips. And then 12 planks, though. But you can make it out of multiple things. Oh shit, the ton rack does require a lot of sticks. You are not wrong. And honestly, if we're going to need that many sticks, well, we don't need rustbound magic. It would be helpful. And once we get shears, we'll basically have free sticks. And Better Ruins is good for, like, not only exploration, but you can find cool blueprints that make crafting stuff easier. Oh yeah, Rustbound is just way too grindy. They've tried to make it less grindy, but it's still grindy as hell. And, like, don't get me wrong, you can do some genuinely game-breaking stuff with Rustbound magic. Hello, Vicar. Ooh, that's another decent-looking island. Actually, this is a very strange-looking island right off the bat. Whoop. Well, yeah, let's slow down and find out what this stone is, for one. Are you having fun, Vicar? I know you just got here, but doesn't mean you can't be enjoying yourself. Alright, so this stone looks like granite to me. Because it's granite. I don't mind granite, but it's basically everywhere. I should probably go onto land and look for more crop seeds, though. If I can find a walnut tree, I'm going to want walnuts so I can get that empire back up and running. You're not having fun? Are you stuck at work? Because that would do it. Well, hello there, Piggly Wiggly. Oh, sweet. It's non-hostile. I like walking up to a pig, and only after walking up to it, finding out that it's non-hostile. Oh. There could be. Oh, whatchamacallit here. It does not seem to be. Or if there is, it's buried in here somewhere. No. It does not seem like there's anything here for me. Which is fine. Ooh. Chanterelle. Enchanté. And quartz bits. Ooh, native copper. I do feel like, after a certain point, I don't need to keep collecting all the native copper I find. I cannot conjure a better pickaxe than I can ever make. You know, like a cheater. Hello? I want to pet the cow, but the bulls will try to smack you. Pet the baby. Look at him, trying to fucking smack me for some reason. Will you smack me for no reason? And pet the baby. Alright. I need to not get distracted. I'm on land looking for crop seeds and shit. And depending on where I'm going to choose to live ultimately, I don't need to be picking up fruit trees. Because like any fruit tree I pick up here will not survive down south. More native copper. Oh, that's a pretty big chunk of native copper. There could be a good amount of shit down here somewhere. So let's go looking around. It is poor quality. But there should be a lot of it down here. So let's go ahead and pick it up. Even if I do luck out and find something like tin, I will need large amounts of copper to make anything. Is anybody else here dying? Also, sorry for going live so late. I came home from work, and I just kind of didn't feel like it, which is unfortunate. And then I was going to go live earlier, but my housemate woke up, so I figured he had work. So I'm like, alright, I'll just make some food. And then went back to bed. So then I'm like, alright, I'll go live after I finish eating. But I finished eating and was not done with my video documentary that I was watching on the history and purpose of corpse runs. Very interesting stuff. Unsurprisingly, Dark Souls perfected the modern corpse run. But is anybody surprised? Not me, that's for sure. Alright, nothing. Nothing. Let's go ahead and head back up. Assuming I have the materials to do so. Stuck. The shovel is too fast. Look at it. It's like I'm breaking the peat before I notice I'm breaking the peat. I do think these are steel grade tools though, which I'm not used to having steel grade tools. I usually make it to the Iron Age, and then I am good. Like solid. I usually don't find myself thinking, it's like, wow, if only I had steel tools. And like, they're better, faster, and stronger. But it's just so much work, and iron is plenty for how I play. But that does make sense, since I've gotten used to playing with iron tools. What kind of tree are you? Red apple. I'll leave it be. I'll perhaps collect pear trees. Although it's hard to go wrong with apples. problem with apples is that there's like 4 different colors, and they do not stack for some reason. Actually, I know why they don't stack. My issue is not that they don't stack, because that does make sense. My issue is that regardless of the color apple you're using, when you juice it and then turn it into dehydrated, it for some reason comes out as yellow apples. Which is obviously not the fault of the vanilla fruit tree. It's just a strange quirk of a culinary artillery, or expanded food, whichever one actually does that. Oh, it's a raccoon. Are onions? Ooh, and flax. I'm going to have too many seeds. Might end up with 2 full chests of seeds. But that's not a bad issue to have. Honestly, imagine having too many good memories. It does not bear thinking about. I'm suffering from my success. Or I'm a tiny bit tired. So not everything I'm saying is making sense. I can't wait until I get a saw made, so I can collect some chickens. What kind of wood are you? Are you walnut? It is. It is walnut. I'm going to have to cut this down. Or not cut this down. I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to have to go up there and try to get some seeds. Several letters. I should probably find more games that don't require I be able to fill silence quite as well. Obviously I'm going to be filling the silence. No, but like Power Washer Simulator? Probably fun. Let the power washing do the talking. One of these days, I'm going to have a chat that's so active I can't keep up with it. And while I'm not looking forward to effectively ignoring my chat, wouldn't be doing that, per se. Alright, how do I? Tree. I might just collect some dirt. Let's do that. I'll go ahead and nerd pull up. Bo. Hello, Opal. Oh, there's a dog around here somewhere. It's totally fine. I mean the dog no harm. I simply want some walnuts. How are you doing, Opal? Well, I think I saw a walnut drop. Finally, my nuts have dropped. My walnuts. I wish I had shears. Shears are something I made in the past. I could have given myself shears. Oh shit. Nope. Here we go. Single walnut. I would kind of like more than that. What can I get rid of? Lots of things. No chert. No granite. Dirt. Whoop. Whoop. Nope. Nope. Alright. Fucking hell. I hate how sensitive my own jumps are. Alright, gotta collect more dirt so that I can get up there and get a second walnut. 2 walnuts should serve me well. I don't know what those crops are, but I should probably also collect them. Can never have enough crop seeds. Brrr. Oh, 1 second. Are you also playing Vintage Story, Opal? This game is a lot of fun. I'll have to become a bigger streamer so that I can buy multiple keys and give away those keys. And perhaps even do some giveaways. Raffle them out. Raffle me this, Batman. I'm so tired. I almost just put on Placid Plastic Duck Simulator again, but I'm probably going to have to buy the DLC to make up for the fact that I lost several ducks to my stupid ass not saving. In my defense, when I went to go quit, I thought it was asking if I really wanted to quit without saving, so I said no. But what it asked was, do you want to save? Which is strange. Normally, that's not how that works. It's like, oh, are you sure? Okay, I saw a nut drop. Where'd it go? Oh, more copper. Let's sort these out. Right, there we go. We've got enough copper to make a hammer now, at some point in the future. Ah, there's the nut. Alright, let's go and head back to the boat, which is over here. Yes, Opal shall do the thinking from this point forward. We'll just be kind of here, looking pretty. I don't have a webcam now. Totally going to have to take my word for it. Ooh, there's a trader over there. And it looks like a tiny ruin. Oh, and blue clay. That's like my favorite type of clay. There is only blue and red clay. Ooh, da-da. But by using a beehive kiln, which I have never made, maybe we'll get around to doing that. Pig, I can end you so fast. Using a beehive kiln, which I've never gotten around to making one, you can make black ceramics using blue clay. Without a beehive kiln, you just end up with dark brown ceramics, which don't look bad, but they don't look good either. Why would you put it in the damn chest? Might as well put my 2 walnuts in there as well. Whoops. And let's go ahead and use this chest here for my ore. I cannot break that down until I get a hammer. But I got a lot of copper. Alright. We'll continue exploring. I should perhaps keep my worms in the chest. Pick up the flint, please. Alright, no worm. I gotta get somebody, possibly Opal, to focus on doing all of the important stuff so I can focus on farming. Which is the important stuff to me. Well, I cannot let those pigs see me. On account of all the babies. They will be hostile. I've made 5 rookie mistakes. And I'll make more. I want blueberries. Cranberries are good because they keep longer in storage. But they're also like the worst berry, so I don't know who's purposely using those. I should really collect this bony soil. Oh damn, I got 2 seeds each from those. I am already liking how overpowered the farmer class is. But the issue that a lot of people have with the classes added by this mod is that they are OP. And honestly, all of the bonuses that I get from the farmer class don't even particularly make anything easier, they just make it a lot faster. Like, I'll have this stuff eventually regardless. Why not get it sooner than later? Perhaps how cheap I can make Terra Preta is a little bit OP. What is it, coal? If I come into here to Terra Preta as a farmer for the cost of 1 high fertility soil, only 2 compost, and then some bone meal and saltpeter, I can make 2 Terra Preta. That's definitely pushing it in terms of what is and is not ridiculously overpowered. But like, once you've got an entire field of Terra Preta, there's really nowhere else to go. So how long is it truly overpowered? I would be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to tear these ruins apart. Stabilis. Temporal storms are disabled. At least right now. I might turn them back on later. But I don't want any temporal storms occurring. I'm effectively homeless. Alright, is that it for the vessels? Nope. I'm farming. Oh, just a bunch of feathers. Ooh, and a handbasket. We'll find seed vessels. I need pumpkins. And cabbage. There is a mod that adds wild crop versions of all of the vessel exclusive crops. And it does that because otherwise, if you're playing in Homo sapiens mode, you would never be able to actually get those crops at all. So it makes sense to me. Let's go and eat all my sugar beets. Alright. Now I think it would be a lot of fun to get a server going. Oh, just play with everybody here. The problem is that, unlike in Minecraft or other similar games... I've got an early morning. Alright, sleep well, Pocket. Honestly, if I don't keep heading south, I'm not going to make it all the way south before I gotta stop streaming. I started pretty late, but I still have to do laundry, so I can't stream later than usual. I streamed pretty late yesterday, and ended up not getting a whole lot of sleep because of it. Worth it, though. I would like to do a lot more multiplayer stuff, but, like, scheduling is such a pain in the ass. When you, and everyone you know, is an adult with a job. I can turn these into a bow staff, right? Recurve bow. Pretty cheaply. I just need a saw. Which, if I had a saw, I would be able to have a lot more stuff at the moment. I'm probably going to drop that handbasket. Doesn't particularly benefit me at the moment. This is a nice little island, though. It also keeps going. But it does not seem like it's going to be one of those islands I've got issues with, where it's just too fucking big. Besides, I wouldn't even mind, like, a massive island, if it was actually an island. If it's a full-ass continent, that won't let me sail around it because I'm stuck in a massive inland sea. That's not what I want. We'll probably have to find, like, some kind of delicate balance, though. Because if you're playing on a server, there are going to be people who want more land. Those people are wrong, but you still want to cater to everyone if you can. Imagine not wanting massive oceans. Could not be me, I say. Too much fun with the farm? You can have large farms, even if there's, like, no land. Perhaps not easily. I think if you spawned in a world with only a tiny bit more than 0% land scale, you would have to hope that you can find dirt in, like, a chest or something. And that does not sound like the most ideal way to play the game. But would perhaps be a fun challenge. It's a lot of Pete. Do y'all remember Pete the Repeat Parrot? Oh, I'm starving. Let's not eat my worms. Those are special to me. Nope. And Pete the Repeat Parrot was a toy. You basically spoke to it, and it would repeat what you said, but in like a high-pitched, stereotypical parrot voice. It was a lot of fun. I remember really wanting one as a child, and then I got one, and it's like, this is actually pretty lame. Which is why you should never get a child anything. Children don't know what the fuck they want. Children are stupid. Alright. Oh, I know there are cat seeds in there. There we go. Right. Let's get to the next piece of land. Hopefully I can sail around this. Somewhere around here, those cool slate ruins. Here we go. Save it. I will probably want to come back at some point and loot that. I mean, I already looted it, obviously, but I mean, like, tear it apart. Oops, I crashed looking at my map. I'm mostly joking. You shouldn't neglect your children. Mommy, I want a peanut butter sandwich. It's like, you don't know what you want. You go hungry like the rest of us. That's pretty damn red, although it's probably just flowers. This is a really awkward little thing. And hopefully this isn't the start of one of those massive mega islands that I'm constantly complaining about. Although it looks like it could be. We're not supposed to be getting any of those. If it wasn't granite, here would be a good place to live, though. Not that far from a forest. There's a mountain here, so you could collect all the ice that you need. Well, yeah, your children should be independent. Well, I think more than anything, you just gotta treat your children like people. It's like, oh, you'll always be my little baby. And it's like, well, you say that, but, we're kind of shit, so. As soon as your kid turns 18 and moves out, they are out of there, out of there. Okay, good. I was worried for a second that this was going to turn into a situation where I can't get around the island. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about here. That's perfect. You can still sail between them. But there's like plenty of land around for you to build on. What I said is that my mother's like a really cool person, but she wasn't the best parent. Definitely one of those ones that is trying more to be a best friend than like a person, authority figure. Bravo. Alright, I'll have to see what my land scale is set to, because I'm actually getting some really nice islands. I mean, I'm getting a bunch of islands like this. Well, like, if you're a crazy person, you could totally live here. It looks like somebody already is. Although I would like faster boats, I would also really like a mod that makes it to where the boat does not tip backwards the faster you're going. So if somebody wanted to make that for me, that would be cool. Yeah, so weird clusters like this. Yeah, the lag spikes are gone. None of my mods were the issue. The game itself currently has a memory leak. If you quit out and then reload it, like load a different save, or hell, even load the same save, it'll treat it pretty much like you loaded 2 different saves at the same time. And that shit stacks. It's why in my last stream, Vintage Story was trying to use 29 gigs of RAM, which it does not need. I could have fixed it by just quitting the game and then reloading it, but I did not know that. And since I did not know that, we got the duck game. Which I am willing to bring back. I'll definitely stream more Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. Oh, I just got an e-bag for the DLC. I don't. I'm definitely not wealthy, but I'm also not so broke that I gotta ask people to buy me things. If you ignore that, I have had people buy me things. Whew. Would not have been able to stream Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4, but it didn't buy it for me. I asked, but I was mostly joking. Yeah, so islands like these, which there are a lot of, are obviously not ideal. It would be hard to live on these, that's for sure. But I'm sure somebody would like it. Could make a little fun challenge out of it. There's actually these floating platforms. Floating docks. That are really cheap to craft. So like you could make little dock bridges. And then build like little houses on each island. But like most of the town itself would be floating above the water. There is a town like that in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I can't remember what it's called, but I always thought it was pretty cool. Drift Tree or something stupid? Well, I beat the Living Failures. So the next time it'll probably be Duck Game and a bit of Lady Maria. Although, with Animal Crossing receiving an update, who knows? Maybe next time I play Duck Game, we'll also have Animal Crossing going on in the little corner. I really don't want to start over. But I'm also, like, stuck. I don't know what the hell I was doing with my game. Duck plus blood. Yeah, you don't have to sail too far to find an actual island, though. So I'm already enjoying this world. This world has too much granite in it, but that seems to be the norm. Am I muted? There we go. Good thing I double checked. Otherwise I would have coughed into the microphone. Oh. This island is pretty big. Might be a good one to live on, potentially in the future. We'll see how long it takes to get around it. Probably go ahead and put that there while it's daytime. Or while I'm sailing at the very least. Yeah, I don't want to get too excited. But already it's looking like this is not one that loops around and gets me stuck. There's a lot of redwood trees. I wonder what that is. That's strange looking. Well, that's definitely a ruin. Which means the strange thing that I was looking at is probably also just a ruin. I lost it. That's a neat little forest. Like it just stretches across the coastline. Oh, a little cave as well. When you're playing Vintage Story on a server, it is admittedly a lot better for everybody to live in one place, so that you can help take care of crops if winter is coming and somebody can't get on before it does. Oh, what are these? And plenty of strange stuff. But like in a world this big and this separated by ocean, it would be kind of cool if everybody had like their own little base on different islands. Although you would not want this much ocean if your boat wasn't this fast. And the boat could be faster. It's currently only 6.9 times speed. If you want to know why I picked 6.9, it's because I am 12 years old. I am joking before Twitch is like, oh, you're 12, what? Or even Discord is like, oh, that's too young. I am 30, and I feel so much older. What do you think, Opal? Could you live on this little island here? There's probably not enough land there. And there's definitely no trees. Yeah, I mean, if for some reason you really wanted to build your base out here, it would be really easy to, like, choose where you want all the dirt and stuff. You'd have to get it imported in, but, like, you could build your entire civilization from scratch. Technically, if you're really patient, you could do that anywhere in the ocean. But it would be easy if you've already got some land sticking out of the ocean first. Well, right here, this looks like a proper little biome by itself. Let's go and sail towards it, check it out. Boom. Yeah, you could live out here. There's dry grass, tiny bit of limestone sand. Who doesn't like limestone sand? Whoop. Gotta scoot over. 4 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. I guess the littlest one? Oh damn, this island over here has just a ruin and a redwood tree. Skyblock is in your genes. I've actually never played Skyblock. I do think it would be funny to do multiplayer Skyblock, but for the first 20 minutes, it's just me fucking up the cobblestone generator, so we gotta start over. And then we do start over, and then I immediately fuck up the cobblestone generator. That might be limestone. So this is also potentially a good place to set up a base. That's almost certainly limestone, although that could be chalk. Oh, there's a... whatchamacallit? Bauxite. I actually still don't know how to fucking find fire clay in bauxite. I know it can be found in it. I just don't know where or how. I'm curious as to if you can continue through the ocean this way, because if it is, this is a really cool place. Like, if you can get through here. Yeah, I think you can totally get through here. Oh, whoop. I mean, not if you crash into the land like that. But I don't think this is a landlocked lake. And depending on how shallow or deep this is, it'd be a good place to go set up your fish traps. I have actually been on a boat before. I am a big fan of the ocean, but I'm also aware that if I lived in the days of the golden age of piracy, I would just be killed immediately. They'd be like, "You're oddly strange." And it's like, "Indeed I am. I'm queer as fuck, dog." And then they would just shoot me for speaking in tongues. Probably wouldn't even make it onto a sailboat. Yeah, it's potentially a good place to set up a base. Yeah, I like this environment. I might come back here when it comes to setting up a base. There we go. Future home, perhaps not here. Like, not there specifically, in the middle of the sand. But, like, if the climate is good there, it's probably still far enough north that it gets seasons. Perhaps a longer growing season. You know what I'm going to do? What time is it? Oh, it is just after midnight, so I should be fine. I'm going to come over here to this trader's house, and I'm just going to sleep in their bed. Well, hello there, fishy fishy. Well, let's go ahead and take my lantern. Oh, whoops. That's not what I was trying to do. It is a bit funny that I can just adjust the sail from outside. But if I am outside... Oh, shit. There's bees here. Not ladder. Bees. No, if I come back and grab the bees... Oh, shit. Both on. Where was that trader? I could see them from the beach. Here we go. Anyway, I've got From Golden Combs, which is a mod that makes beekeeping more complicated but less annoying. Do you have fucking bees in your caravan? What is that? I'll have to look around. There's definitely bees around here somewhere. Rainfall in this area, very common. Also, how adorable is my little Avali? Alright, where are those bees? You know what? This is my new favorite place. I've found a beehive. Oh shit, I can't crouch. And take a screenshot. I mean, I can, just not with the snipping tool. Ignore the Windows noises. I'm not on Windows. Yes, I am. Every now and then I'll just, like, get an error message or take a screenshot and somebody's like, Windows noises. Oh, a schnicky. A nicky schnicky. What is this stone? Chert. Not a fan of chert. I do like conglomerate. Not like the look of this stone, but like conglomerate is weirdly fun to say, if that makes sense. There are probably worse reasons to like a stone. But then it's got like a fun name. Wait a minute, is this already rice? Damn. I'm definitely not far enough south to find peanuts. But I am already finding southern crops. If I can get a good supply of peanuts, and then head back north, I will be golden. Like those poppies. How much inventory space do I have? Not a lot. With that being said, I'm going to collect this amaranth. Are those more bees? Now, I know I usually do not collect or care for amaranth, but I'm confident that I can use it for my mushrooms. What the hell is that? Hello there, little raccoon. A lot of walnut trees around. Walnut definitely seems to be like one of those things that is everywhere unless you're looking for it. If you're looking for it, you will never find it. Good fucking luck, loser. Walnut? Walnuts haven't existed in the last 71 years. Oh, flaxseed. Really? It was just a flaxseed? Alright. Like, don't get me wrong. Even one flaxseed is not a bad find. I just find it pretty strange that that's all that was there. What do I not care about? I guess this single nugget. Do I have turnip seeds on me, or... I'll throw the granite. Admittedly, I don't know why I didn't throw the granite first. Yum yum. No, we made it to the volcano area. And then we died. I did get the Necromancy Merit Badge, though. That's kind of cool. Should I grow shiitake mushrooms once I do actually start cultivating mushrooms? And shiitake is like one of the more popular, well-known mushrooms. Is that a cicada? I think it's supposed to be one. I don't think that I can actually find a cicada, though. It's just an ambient noise. Ambient noise. Ambient noise. I wish I could tell you what I'm on about. I'm just kind of making noise. Ambient noise. Actually, I don't know what the opposite of ambient is, but the noises I'm making are probably that. That's my stone. Throw my seeds in there, although sometimes they don't go in there willingly. Alright. I guess you can be used to store my grain, as well as my cows. I know what you're thinking. Satu, you can't just cheat cows into your inventory. I didn't. Kind of. I cheated cages into my inventory. Which is not the same thing. Unfortunately, what I don't have access to is Befriend Animal. Which I did have access to last time. So it might, unless I get Befriend Animal again, it might actually take us a couple generations to actually be able to get milk. Well, if I cheated in the cages, I can use it to catch cows that already exist. If I cheated in the cows, I would have to also cheat in the cages anyway, since there is no item that is already the cows in a cage. Besides, I'm leaving behind a lot of stuff that I collected legitimately last time. I kind of want to go over here. Yeah, let's go over there. It is just a ruin, but I've got inventory space now. Who knows, I might get candles. And beeswax. What are you? Red currant. It might actually be too hot around here for the berries to be producing berries. Pick up carrots. It is definitely too hot around here for grain. Or not grain. Specifically rye. Oh, sweet. You know what's interesting about me growing and consuming so much rye? In vintage stories that I actually used to not like rye. It has grown on me as I've gotten old. Oh, what's down here? Let's find out. Shovel. Back to pick. Not a whole lot, apparently. Nope, there's more down there. Oh, it's like a little well. Apparently, it's got a little rotation. I can't get out of here. Oh well, we'll dig our way out. It's strange that I can't fucking... I can't get out of holes. Like if there's water. Even if I should be able to totally make the jump, I just can't. Some strange quirk of being so short, I guess. What are you? Seed vessel? Just contained spelt, which is not bad, don't get me wrong. But I need cabbages and pumpkins. What am I doing? I've got a shovel. There we go. Probably wondering where I got the shovel. I can conjure them in. Using magic. Although honestly, until Rustbound magic gets, like, proper summons to help me in combat, I would perhaps be willing to stop playing with it, considering, it is overpowered, especially if you're cheating. And I am. I don't know what to pick back up. Get that out of here. Yoink, yoink. And we'll stack those. What are you? Tool vessel? I'll see what's in there. Oh, just a flint knife. 2 flint knives. I'll hold on to them. What the hell was it? But the flint knife will definitely be like one of the first things I throw out of my inventory if I find myself lacking space. I like this game. It's got very chill vibes. Huh. It's just copper, I don't care. Oh yeah, I guess that circular object I was looking at was the well. Hello? It's not very easy being this short. Look at how this tall grass blinds me. I'm blinded by the tall grass. Alright, see here. Torch holder is definitely worth throwing away a flint knife for. As I just picked the flint knife back up. Aged table. Tables are good. No, but I'm surprisingly just going to leave that there. I'll just take the 1 flint holder and go. Ooh, high fertility soil. Let's go and grab more of that while we're here. Not only can I really inexpensively make Terra Preta with this shit. Even if I just used this as high fertility soil, it's pretty damn good to have. Right? I'm chillaxed. Chilling out, relaxing, maxing, all cool. Shooting some b-ball outside of school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my ma got scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and your uncle in the town of Bel Air." You know how it is. What do I not care about? Alright, I do have some space apparently for amaranth. Ooh, I don't have space for the grain. But I do want the grain, so let's go and throw that up. I'm not particularly attached to amaranth grain. Just quartz. I'm pretty unlikely to actually grow amaranth. But I can use it for my mushroom cultivation. I mean, don't get me wrong, amaranth is fun to say. And it is kind of pretty, like, growing, since it's got a big flower on it. Like, it's not even that good of a grain. If you're somewhere that you can grow amaranth, you can also grow sunflowers. And sunflowers are useful for a lot more things. But also, just as good. Can just keep shoving raw produce in my mouth as I pick it up. Oh, fuck it. Potatoes. What do I not care about? Let's go ahead and get rid of my 3 black coal. What am I doing? Other than apparently, I'm trying to harvest potatoes with a pickaxe. This is how my ancestors did it. With a pickaxe. Ow. Run for it. Ooh, grain. Surely I'm not still being pursued. A lot of spelt. Remember, if you spelt it, you dealt it. It's not the first time I've said that, and it's still not funny. This is a cute little lake. If you squint really hard, or you're dumb. It almost looks like a little crescent moon. Or I guess like a really fat, oddly shaped crescent moon. Oh damn, I'm already in soybean and sugarcane territory. Was that pig charging me? Do these pigs not know they only live because I'm graceful? Ah. Or not graceful. What is what I'm looking for here? Definitely not graceful. Like, not only am I not that, but it's not the word I want. Gracious. No potato plants. Should try to avoid dying if I can. I've got keep inventory on. What I don't have is a fast way back here. Must eat my food. Merciful? Yeah, that's probably what I'm looking for here. I would be lying if I said I wasn't tired. But I was born tired. And I will die tired. Everything in between is just misery and sleep deprivation. Alright, nope, that was not high fertility soil. It had like a high fertility soil look to it, though. Alright. I'm gonna drop some stuff back off on my boat. Do I have room for carrot seeds? Nope. That's corn anyway. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Do I have room for carrot seeds, I say, looking at corn? I do actually have room for carrot seeds. The internet is for corn. Yike. Oh, these are the same ruins I was at earlier. Which means I was previously pretty close to some corn. What are you, seed? Well, onions. Probably worth picking up to go to this chart. Alright, head back to the boat. Oh, I also want this. I'm not easily distracted. Everyone else is easily distracted. It is only by my mercy. Well, what's the name of that Minecraft YouTuber who had, like, fans play, like, as voiceless helpers? No, one of his helpers ended up becoming, like, a sex pest or whatever. Alright. Anyway, Maya Volley is a necromancer, but there are no necromancy mods for this game. However, there is a skeleton player model. So I would just have to get some poor sucker. Oh, fuck you. All of these aggressive ass pigs. All I'm doing is trying to pick some crops. That might be the same aggressive ass pigs. If it is, that means they're chasing me for some reason. Y'all will never take me alive. Well, usually it's the Minecraft YouTuber that ends up being a sex pest. This was just somebody who featured in the Minecraft YouTuber's videos. It was like Stampy Longcat or something stupid. I might be mixing up Minecraft YouTuber names at this point. Holy shit, they are still chasing me. This far out to sea. Well, we can just keep doing this forever, pigs. I mean, I do have to go to bed. Actually, I need to do dishes. Not dishes. I don't not have dishes that need doing. But what I need to do is laundry. Yes, I have to do laundry once a week. I've really only got 5 work shirts. Alright. And so while I sail around, trying to avoid enemies, let's go ahead and put away some seeds. And see if I can't make any bandages. Whoops. There we go. Would you fucking work the sail, please? Oh, I think I lost the pigs. No. Just shirts that I'm willing to ruin at work. When you work in a hardware store, you can't wear clothes that you actually like because they will be destroyed. So I've only got 5 shirts that are hardy enough for work, and that I don't mind being torn to shreds. And they are definitely torn to shreds. I didn't even put away like half of my seeds. Probably because of the pig situation. Let's go and put these away so I've got inventory space. Those pigs were so desperate to kill me for no reason that their piglets have been abandoned. And talk about bad parenting. Alright. Put some spelt over here. Might as well put my berry bushes in there as well. Alright, there we go. No, I've got inventory space. Ideally, I would find another trader so I could sleep for the night. No, there's actually another trader over here. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. And perhaps I'll make a spear or 7. Something I can use to actually fight off. What do you got in here? Oh, yes. Just a pot full of rot. Do you mind if I grab a bowl of that? Before stream, I would have had time to do it, but only because I stalled. I go live, try to anyway, at 3 a.m. and I don't get off work until 2. It takes longer than an hour to do laundry. Alright. Whoops, not what I was trying to do. Grab a bunch of this flint. Nope, can't have that because it's on your property, I see. Oh, I see how it is. Alright, let's go ahead and make some flint spears. What the hell could I possibly do with a flint hook? I'm pretty sure you need at least copper hooks. Well, unless you do need the flint hooks for, like, the medieval butchering table. Well, I mean, doing laundry is mostly passive. But you gotta put it in the machine, which takes about an hour, and then you gotta put it in the next machine. It'll take about an hour, and then you have to flip it. And then if you're washing, like, more than 2 pairs of jeans, after the dry cycle, you're going to have to run it through a second, shorter dry cycle. And like, I feel bad when I get up to go pee during a stream. I'm not going to have people sit there while I sort my laundry out. Let's go and keep shoving food down my gullet. Alright, and we're off. A bunch of red clay. I do like the boat tags mod. Oh, that little green thing that looks like my own player model. Yes, I've got a dryer. If I didn't have a dryer, complaining about possibly having to send my jeans through more than one dry cycle would be weird. I wasn't generalizing, I was explaining the process of doing laundry. Although if I didn't have a dryer, I would definitely not be able to do laundry before work, or before streaming. Because it's still dark when I get home from work. Hanging my clothes out to dry wouldn't do shit. No, I'm a renter, but I'm renting a house. I'm not stuck in apartments. We'll possibly be stuck in apartments in the future. Landlord is still trying to sell the place. He's just not doing a very good job of it. No, that's a lot of, turnips. No. Well, that sounds like a pretty good way to drown. What am I holding? Spelt? Yeah, I'll eat that. Why not? Yummy, yummy spelt. Alright, around where was I before I was chased off by pigs? Well, I want to check that out. That's not where I was. I just want to check it out. Let's cut this way. Bunch of flax. I believe I was trying to collect this flax when the pigs chased me off. Also a bunch of spelt. Those jerks. Oh, there's a goat in the area. Here, goatee, goatee, goatee. That's a turkey, not a goat. So much spelt. I suppose in this climate, spelt is probably going to be one of the easier grains to grow. Some corn as well. Some carrots. Big hole leading directly underground. So many seeds. It's beautiful. And still no sunflowers. No, but that's almost to be expected. Let's go ahead and eat these flags. Delicious. I can also stack these. There we go. And cane sugar is better than beetroot sugar. I don't know about in the game. I'm sure in the game it doesn't matter. Honestly, until the two mods that I like the most are cross-compatible, there's not a whole lot I can do with sugar. That'd be a fun game though. Let's play Alice Madness Returns or whatever the sequel is. I've not played the first one. And boom, look at all these crops. Not in the right environment to be finding peanuts, unfortunately. Gonna eat the raw corn. Very filling. I don't know if you've ever eaten raw corn. It's not very good. And texture is weird. Oh, fuck yeah, onions. Not that I have the inventory space for this shit. And black currants. What do I not care about? Probably should have put this away while I was on the boat. Let's go and eat the sprouts. One can never have enough onion seeds. Onions are perhaps my favorite vegetable, IRL. I don't know if you've ever had onions, Opal, but they are delicious. Now, what's hard? Alice Madness returns. I've ever had a shallot, though. Shit's delicious. It's not, but a shallot is pretty much just like a baby onion. Quality content. Hello, that one, Protogen. You've not had a shallot or onion? I'm more willing to believe that people have never had a shallot before. But like French onion soup, probably the only good thing the French have ever made. And statistically speaking, I'm 60% French. So the French had a hand in making me. And French onion soup is still the only good thing to come out of France. Well, this is in the same vein as the joke. I'm like, the best thing to come out in 1997 was Cats Don't Dance. And that's the year my sister was born. The same one I was playing Peak with just yesterday. We have fun here. I wonder if I shouldn't be collecting soybeans on account of the fact that I won't be able to milk an animal for quite a while. Can't even milk myself. Not only am I not pregnant. Volleys are not mammals. Alright, come here, pig. Where are you at? Y'all could actually raise your piglets if you just left me alone. But you chose violence, and so will I. I've actually got several bonuses to ranged damage and accuracy. What I don't have is the attention span required to make a bow. Ow. Really, you're both running away at the same time? Get back here and die. I could use animal fat. Don't run into the woods, coward. You started this. Fast fuckers when they want to be. And it's dead. Just go and break out my knife. Oh, fucker. Whoops. Accidentally tabbed out of the game. Let's pull out my spear again. Alright. Come on. You don't get to attack me and then run. Fucking shithead. Alright. Let's go ahead and carve this one up. Go find the other one. That is a spear. It's not a very good spear, but it is a spear. Alright, let's go and eat my spelt. Alright. Fucking what do I not care about? As weird as it sounds, I should probably just throw all this peat. I'm not using it. And throw that on the ground. Get the bones. Get the bones. I did go through all the trouble of collecting this peat. But peat can be found anywhere. Oh, why can't I pick these bones up? Ooh, strong bones. I don't care. Strong boney. Well, if it's gonna run... Ooh, blueberries. I don't have the inventory space for all this shit. Let's see here. I'll throw that. I did grab the most important part. Oh, look, there's a bear over there. Probably get a lot of bones from killing a bear. Although even with my 2.5 spears, probably all break before the bear does. Right, where'd that other dead pig go? Waste not, want not, but I was chased away, unfortunately. I guess technically I did the chasing. Doesn't matter. Somewhere around here is another dead pig. And I want its contents. The contents of a dead pig. Oh, witch's hat. What the hell is that? Would be nice if I had more healing. I don't know, I'm even eating these blueberries. Clearly already full. Alright. Grab these. Hello there, strange chicken. Oh, you were that sound earlier. Makes sense. I do need healing. I'm looking for that pig I killed. I'll eat this death cap. That'll heal me. I'm joking. The death cap would just instantly kill me. Ooh, black trumpet. Is black trumpet edible? That's a pretty mushroom. Let's see here. And black trumpet is actually totally edible. I'll have to come out looking for mushrooms once I actually can start cultivating those. Nope. What am I thinking? I don't have room for parsnip seeds. Also don't have anything I can throw to make room for parsnip seeds. Also, like, if I'm living down here, further south, parsnips aren't going to grow very well. Whoop. Whoop. Let's not get murdered by a bear. Ah, shit. I'm stuck on a bunch of leaves. This is exactly how you get murdered by a bear. Ooh, deer ear and dryad saddle. I should probably get out of the woods instead of further into them. Run for it. Considering I didn't come from the woods, getting lost in them is not a good idea. Corn. Oh, the corn is growing in the limestone sand. Oh, right. I do wish I didn't lose that pig. But I didn't lose my life, so silver linings, I suppose. I'm gonna eat... No, not that. Alright. Shove a raw potato down my mouth. Down the old gullet. Let's see if I can get back to those ruins. I can roughly get back to where the pig is. The animal fat is not going to be helpful for a good long while, so I perhaps don't need it. But it's never too early to start stockpiling bones. A blueberry bush. Oh yeah, is witch's hat edible? Witch's hat is actually edible, yeah. It's a very cute little mushroom. I do like black trumpet though, because it's goth. Currently, I'm pretty obviously collecting blueberries. Because blueberries are really darn good. Oh, but I'm also collecting black currant. There's my pig! Because black currant is goth. Right, let's get the knife out. And carve up the pig. Oh, fucker. Didn't even have any fat. That's fine. Oh, we'll at least get bones out of this. Alright. I don't have enough room on my inventory for sugar beets. But as we've established, sugar cane is better anyway. Are you cranberry or blueberry? Fuck yeah. It's a lot of blueberries, actually. What do I care about? Oh, let's go ahead and throw this flint knife I didn't make. I've been wasting blueberries up until this point, but I'm going to want these. Even if just right now. Look around, make sure that hair won't sneak up on me and murder me somehow. Oh, how are you how are you doing, Laxia? I saw you come in, but I was distracted by being murdered. Yeah, I got my flint knife back. Oh, there's more blueberry bushes. Hell yeah. In fact, I got a little blueberry empire going. No, I no longer have a shovel on me. If I had any of the conjured tools, I could pretty safely throw those away. There's too many blueberries to want to throw out. Couldn't get rid of my broken spear. There we go. And let's head back to the boat. One can never have enough turnips. What time is it? I already hear birds. Could just be the early birds. But it might be getting close to time that I gotta stop streaming, unfortunately. What about Femboy Toes? Man, those are just last night's birds. They've not gone to bed yet. Oh damn, it is almost 7. Probably have plenty of time to get to the next landmass. And then I'm going to unfortunately have to stop streaming. Are y'all cured yet? Almost. Eating jerky will help me get some health. Probably get plenty of fruit and vegetable satiety. Yeah, look, my fruit's basically already full. My grain and vegetable would be there if I was eating more of that. Well, I'm currently just eating a bunch of raw produce. But I really like making muffins and shit. Although honestly, the most overpowered things you can make with expanded foods are salads and cold pastas. Put those away, put those away. I should have given myself more chests. Considering I've collected more chests than this naturally. But if we're talking about like just raw produce, peanuts are the most powerful thing in this game. Alright, we'll head south until we hit the next landmass. Or maybe look around a tiny bit, assuming it's not already 7. And then I'm unfortunately going to have to stop the stream. Oh yeah, peanuts are pretty good. Yeah. So, I have not that much health. That's my mana. I've only got 14 HP. Because as an Avali, I've got minus 5 hit points. But, if I fill, these bars somewhat evenly, I will get more health. It is a pretty neat system, encouraging you to balance out your diet. Despite the fact that I'm currently staying alive perfectly fine on just fruit, protein is one of the easier satieties to get a ton of. So a volley having a bonus to protein satiety would perhaps be a little bit overpowered. But a volley are obligate carnivores. Well, you wouldn't want to make just bread anyway. Using expanded foods, you can make fruit bread, or by simply mixing in some liquid egg. You can also make dumplings, which are really good, and muffins, which can be really, really good. Nah, I'm no longer a rust mage, I'm a farmer. Because I just like to farm and cook. Opal wants everybody to know that he is an obligate meower. Opal's in Twitch chat. I'm not just losing my mind. I'm definitely losing my mind, but I'm not just losing my mind. Just keep sailing. Well, the next landmass was closer than I thought it was gonna be. This does not look like it's one that would contain peanuts, though, is the issue. Perhaps we'll sail to the furthest south point of it, and then look around a little bit. Well, that's a neat little large flat thing up there. And then there's a tiny island there. And there is no useless land. I've purposely got the world generating in such a way that there are a lot of smaller islands. I would like the islands to be pretty big, but what I don't want is for the island to, like, lock me in. I should be able to sail around pretty much anything, not get stuck in a giant landlocked ocean. I guess not ocean, but sea. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be peanuts here. Definitely a warmer climate, But it doesn't look green enough is the issue. Yeah, so if you were watching my previous streams, I was pretty much trapped in a giant sea rather than what I want, which is a large ocean. It's why I regenerated my world twice. Probably sail through that. Maybe slow down a tiny bit, just to make sharp turns easier. Oh, yep, can barely squeeze through. There is a good chance that this is exactly the kind of thing that I hate. I might be able to get through that. Yeah, I probably can get through here. That doesn't mean this is not landlocked. No, it looks like it is. We'll look around here a tiny bit. I will have to get the boat back out of here, but it's not like it's going to be hard. Alright. What are you? Acacia? We're getting much closer to where I'm likely to find peanuts. Also, I should probably be collecting soybeans. And I definitely want sunflowers. Whoop. Get all the flax. Flax is something you want to grow as many of you as you can, since you can get wind power going. Ooh, red wine caps. How fancy. Brr, brr, brr. Oh yeah, let's go and grab the sunflowers, and then try to get back out of here. I'm a big fan of mushrooms, in-game and in real life. Well, like the kind you eat, not magic mushrooms. I've actually never done any hallucinogenic drugs, although I would like to know how my brain would react to them. My guess is it would be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. My brain is dumb enough when I'm in complete control. What happens if I give it the reins for a bit? I think that might just be an orphaned piglet. The realistic end goal for all those pigs that decide to chase me down for no reason. It does seem like Tyron, the main developer of the game, is either going to make it to where poison mushrooms give you a trippy effect, or it's possible that he's just straight up adding hallucinogenic mushrooms. If you're in the Vintage Story Discord, he shared like a clip of it. Oh, know what I'm trying to do. And it looks pretty cool. If I can eat one without dying, might be fun to experience on the stream for a tiny bit. Just be like, don't do drugs, kids, but look how much fun we're having on drugs. Red wine's not bad. It's definitely not good. Like, the thing about alcohol is that all alcohol tastes bad. So if you're doing it just to get drunk, I recommend something stronger, like vodka or liquor. Honestly, vodka tastes awful, but it's one of the few things that I do drink, because if you taste it, you're doing it wrong. These caves look so odd. I don't know why caves have that weird white missing map texture. Could probably ask about it in the Discord. It's like, hey, so what causes the caves to appear like this? And what is the orange? Oh, I'm getting a little bit far away from the landmass. Probably am going to have to keep sailing to actually find one with peanuts. But you never know. So what's my favorite onion? I don't know. I guess just yellow onion. Red onion is pretty good, but like, usually it's eaten raw. And white onion is cooked like yellow onion, but it's not as flavorful. Although it's hard to go wrong with shallots. Have you ever had a little root vegetable called jicama? Jicama's pretty good. It's not an onion. But not being an onion doesn't stop it from being good. Well, a lot of vegetables really should not be eaten raw. They're not exactly palatable. Red onion has a very sweet but spicy taste to it. Usually if you see onion in, like, tacos, it's red onion. But that's just because red onion is particularly good raw, unlike white and yellow onion. It's a lot of lakes. This is a pretty strange landmass. I might come onto land and crash in this trader's house. And then look around here. Stop trying to eat shit and put the sail down. Alright. Ow, my cankles. I don't know that we are far enough south to find peanuts. Hello, what kind of bed you got? Oh, yes, wooden bed. Also, hi. No, you can't loot traders' houses, unfortunately. Alright. Let's see what kind of shit we got growing in the area. Oh, flax. Excuse me, that wasn't very ladylike of me. Sunflowers. Seeds are really good in this game. Not these. These are the sunflower seeds you just plant to grow things. Like, you need actual sunflower grain if you want to eat it. But it is worth growing. Boom, look at all these seeds. Honestly, once I start actually growing my crops, we're going to be doing so well. Oop. That's a calf! Someone get Merple back in here. One second. All right. Still not sure we're far enough south, but this place is getting pretty green. There's a bunch of amaranth. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna just start eating these grains. Since I don't care about amaranth, I could probably also use the seed. It's for seed oil. Yeah, this place is lush and green enough to possibly be somewhere I could find peanuts. I can and have found potatoes. Well, this would be a bad place to live. If you look at that little bar right above my hotbar, the little cog is turning left. So this place is temporally unstable. That means the vibes here are ominous. You do not want to live somewhere with ominous vibes. Ooh, fly agaric. Those mushrooms are poisonous. But in media, they're constantly used for alchemy. Yoink. I'm gonna have such a large harvest, eventually. Fuck. I'm going to have to go through, like, the Copper Age and actually get a saw so I can make buckets. And that is if I don't decide it's like, I made 5 buckets organically. Surely I can just give myself 5 buckets. Oh, nice, more potatoes. Alright, so this is not a good peanut climate. Still hard to tell if I'm far enough south. Ooh. No, I don't need red currants. Honestly, I gotta stop eating quite so many berries. If I want more health, I'm going to have to eat grains and vegetables. Oh, what are you? Funeral bells? Oh, those ones are super toxic, I've already checked. I really like the name Funeral Bell, though. Like, that's a good name for a mushroom. If I didn't think it would be really stupid and accidentally eat one, I'd probably grow funeral bells just because they sound so cool. Funeral Bell is like Tinkerbell's goth cousin. Well, what the fuck is a Tinkerbell? It's because she tinkers, sure, but what's a bell? Sedge. Sedge is and it is not good. Well, like, sedge is just a renewable source of grass. But you know what else is a renewable source of grass? Basically any dirt block. I guess if you just really want to control where the grass is. Oh, I'm starving. And its height. That sedge is the way to go. Alright, probably gonna have to go further south to find peanuts. I'm going to have to stop the stream anyway. Which is sad. I do wish I could stream. Well, I'd still want to go to bed. I wish I could physically stream later in the day, though. It feels like folks show up and start chatting. Just as I gotta be going to bed myself. Nope, that's just a fern tree. Why can't I jump? I'm just stuck. Was that just a piglet? I'd rather not commit random acts of violence. But you can never have enough bones if a pig does decide to pick a fight with me. I just wish you could make, like, blocks of bones like you can in Minecraft. Yes. Well, hello there, little calf. The cows do not seem to care if I go near the baby. Which is perhaps for the best. Ooh, white currant? I'll pick it up. I prefer black currant, but might as well go full black and white. I can do like a checkerboard with my berry bushes. I've done it in the past. It's pretty neat looking. Going to need a lot more white currant if I'm going to do a checkerboard, though. More rice. Now it's kind of cool because you can actually plant black and white currant together. So like the bottom of the bush can be black currant and the top of the bush can be white currant, and the next one, the bottom can be white currant and the top can be black currant. So you can make an actual checkerboard. Just pretend you're grafting it and that you're not just stacking bushes in a strange way. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't take even a small amount of fall damage there. Ooh, onion. No, I want to eat the onions. Delicious, delicious raw onions. Nope. Let's go ahead and eat this potato raw as well. Just because I need the inventory space. I don't think you were there yet, Lexia. But up here, pretty far to the north of where we're at now, I found a place I've not fully explored that I think would be a neat place to set up like a home. There's this huge, like, limestone desert here. But like somewhere up here, this would be a good place to set up a house. I don't know what that trader is. I didn't check. But like as long as this area is stable, I kind of like the environment. I think it would be a good place to settle down. Raise a couple of cows. Damn. I'm going to have to make another inventory for my seeds. Also gonna have to eat these. They're only fresh for 16 hours. Blueberries are going to go bad again, or bad soon as well. Let's go and pick up some speed. I don't want to go north around the island. Let's go south around the island while I eat my berries. I don't think so, no. I believe I do laundry a little bit too often for it to gain sentience. I've got 4 bags here. This here I only have because of these bags. Until you craft bags, you're limited to just your hotbar. But you can make backpacks. Like leather here can be used to make a backpack. A leather backpack is 6 slots. Each one of these is 5. So like not only is the leather backpack hard to make, but it's not even that good. Bigger backpack has 7 slots. I should be able to do that, even though it's part of a mod. Sturdy leather. Sturdy leather can be used to make a sturdy leather backpack, which has 8 slots. Or the bigger one, which has 9. But that's also part of a mod, so not vanilla. Oh, that might be basalt. I usually see shale and I'm like, oh, surely that's basalt. But that might actually be basalt. Surely I could go around. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. What time is it? Oh fuck, I gotta stop streaming like 3 minutes ago. Yeah, no sense in prolonging the inevitable. So, might as well do the outro. Where's my volley? Just moving their arm around. Just scratching their leg, I suppose. Anyway, if you've been hanging out with me, whether you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this at some point in the future as a VOD and have somehow watched the entire thing, you have the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and Fizzity farewell. Next stream, we will find peanuts for sure, and then head back north and start planting some shit.